Pagan Christianity teaches that you always have to honor and surrender to human establishments. Don't get me wrong. You see, if you're living in England and they're riding on the left side of the road, also will ride and walk on the left side of the road. It has to do with objective safety. So I'm not talking about such stuff. I'm talking about a matrix, a way of thinking, a way of viewing others, a way of viewing yourself, of ascribing and subscribing and describing value from someone else. Such stuff. You see, humans, I'm talking about those who are without God, human beings without God, always establish a world. They establish a way of thinking to pretend as if they can exist independently from the Creator. Cain did this. When you look at the story of Cain and Abel, it's more than about jealousy. It was Cain wanting to establish his independence from God. So his whole sacrifice was about to show God how he can provide for himself. It was all about Cain. The Most High didn't give in to the lie. You see, Abel surrendered to reality. Abel acknowledged reality that he needs the Most High, so God honored him. And what happened? Cain became very angry that his imagination was not how do I say it? That his imagination was not confirmed, that he then murdered Abel, who was blessed by God. You see, that same pattern is repeated over and over again. Egypt and the Hebrews. The Egyptians didn't want to lose their civilization, they didn't want to lose their establishment, so they began to murder and abuse the Hebrews, enslaving them. So God destroyed the Egyptian establishment to save the Hebrews, to save Hebrew slaves, in order to advance God's purpose. You see, heaven and earth exist for God's purpose. So why would the Most High acknowledge and restrain himself to acknowledge a vain imagination that's established by a group of sinners? Think about it. Yet most churches teach you to give in to the establishment, to look out for the establishment. They focus so much upon the establishment, so much upon the lies of the world, because that's what they have to trust in. They don't trust God. You see, when you look through Scripture, it's always the Most High using his servants to go against the establishment, to go against what we call society. Never in Scripture do you see God confirming human establishments. You see God overthrowing and frustrating the desires of the nations to establish his purpose. Well, that being said, you all, be at peace.